computer. Superb, Santosh. Thank you, man. So, Santosh, if you're from the product manager background, from the IT perspective, so I just wanted to take your feedback, and because I think it's been 3 months that you have completed the course, and now you are also with the opportunity card, and planning to move in the month of January, Feb. So you have seen inside out the entire course, how our journey has been, how we have done the group sessions, what are the
Mhm.
best part of the group session, and what are the best part of the done for you, the resume making, the niche identification, the SWOT. So I would like to give me a quick feedback on this and how did it go? What are the most exciting and motivating for you, Santosh?
Got it. So I'll just tell you from a perspective of a person who
Sure.
was looking to work in Europe or abroad. So there the biggest challenge was people sitting in India here they was doing a hit and trial method, maybe seeing a job appearing on LinkedIn, applying on it. So the research part generally is quite weak for anybody. Like even I come from a background where we do research for everything, but to reach to that level of knowledge to do research in the right manner, that is what was really great about this program. Also to identify uh, the zones where the opportunities are higher, that was also something. People sitting here open the Instagram, see, okay, opportunities are in Luxembourg, they start to apply in Luxembourg, something like that.
Randomly they
Yeah,
apply.
yeah, randomly they apply. So one thing people are a little aware nowadays that they need to customize their resume. That part they know, but most of it they do not know. In which part of the Europe they should target, where the number of opportunities are higher, what are the challenges that they are going to face. Also about that linguistics is going to help them a lot. These factors they do not know. Also going deep down into the skills that are required as per the European market. Those were the key things that I learned from the entire program. Also, the best part of the program stays by, when you have a cadence every other day or let's say once a week, so that you are always, on top of it, motivated because you have things to do, and then you have a call where both the ends meet, so you have a week's time to work on something. So most of the people would work, but once even if someone would give you this course entirely and would not have uh, cadences every week, people would just run through the course and they will plan it to complete in a year's time or something like that. So I think what really works well is that every week you have something or the other to do, and from there you get lot of insights about what do you want to achieve, how do you want to get a job, the job search strategy specifically, and what skills you need to work on. So in the end I think somebody could actually become a complete product what is required in that
Hmm.
particular country of Europe. So this is what my feedback is, and it was a
I
great
think you are right about the week one only we do all those three segments. Who
yeah,
you are, your corporate avatar,
yeah,
designation, what are the skills you need to carry with you, and which location you need to go. Because otherwise, people are everywhere. My friend says
yeah,
Luxembourg, my wife wants to go to Switzerland, my boss says Germany. So they
yeah,
are all over. They don't know there are 44 countries. They don't know there are 26 Schengen countries. They don't know there are 19 Eurozones and which country to go. It's like they're trying to grow paddy in the
mhm,
Everest. It will
yeah,
not work. That terrain is not fertile for that kind of crop to grow. So
yeah,
if you try to put all your energy in a different country which is not meant for that, how much ever effort you put, that will not come, and that can only come through a research and expertise, which you rightly said, absolutely.
yeah.
So this is
And
this is the key
also,
takeaway. Yeah.
yeah, also the program is very tightly knit in a way that you have to do these many job applications, these
Mhm.
many people you need to connect to, and while doing that you will get to know a lot about what's going on in the market, because I have myself connected to
Mhm.
a lot of people. Even a few people offered me to mentor
Wow.
people who are sitting as a director of product management or something like that. So
Mhm.
somebody got confused that I am living there in Vienna. They personally invited me that okay, let's meet offline someday. So I think those are the opportunities yet to catch, because once you are
Yeah.
there and somebody like me, uh,
Mhm.
who is quite social, I think I am going to get it not that easy, but easier than others, because
Easier than others.
Yeah, because I have started to lay my foundation of network already, and for most of the company that I'm targeting, I have somebody or the other to refer me. So
Lovely.
this has been my approach, and also talking to people who are living there and already looking for a job helps you get that clarity. Okay, this is what I also need to do. So this is
Absolutely.
one insight that I also got from there. If you have a B2 level of German, I think
Hmm.
it is a piece of cake to get a job there.
Piece
Any
of cake,
job you
yes.
can crack. Yeah. So this is what I got. But I think that is also the hard part, because German B2 is not that easy anyway.
It depends. If you are in a client facing role, then yes, linguistics would be like, even if I talk about the most client facing role is what? Sales.
Yeah.
Correct? Sales is client facing. No, everybody says no, but sales cannot be without the linguistics. Not possible. Yes, it is possible. If you're working as a sales operations, if you're
Yeah.
working as a sales analyst, if you're working as a sales specialist,
Hmm.
sales operation management, where is the back end team? So you don't even need to have the linguistics, because you'll be working on the statistics, you'll be working
Yeah.
on the forecasting, you'll be working on the pipeline management of the sales. Nothing to do with the end clients. End client will be managed by the sales representatives and the sales managers. So
Yeah.
every job title has two phases: client facing, non client facing, front face, back end. So you need to know exactly, if you want to avoid the linguistics. Let's say you say that Bay2 is the most requirement, but I have had a lot of people who joined getting back to back offer without even requisite of linguistics, because they chose the other set of the universe, which is
Yeah.
non-client facing. So this, you can do it yourself, or you can, in the program we anyway do it, right? That
Yeah.
bifurcation
Yeah.
thing. So this will help you a lot as well. So I think, but great overall. I see that you had brought a lot of AI, incorporated a lot of AI, and when it was new, and I was really fascinated the way you tried to grow thing. Even the company research modules that we had done together, that
Yeah.
was mind blowing. I think we are still utilizing some of those aspects, though we have built up more on that, but that is the foundation that we had built together.
Yeah.
Superb. So I want to ask one more question. In fact, two more questions. That what would you recommend to somebody who's searching for a job in Europe? Okay.
Mhm.
Because we specialize predominantly in Europe, and we have also expanded our terrain to other countries as well. We have
Yeah.
also incorporated a lot of more features in our program. Let's say visa assistance, linguistic assistance, getting them certified, killing it on the technical rounds, etc., case study rounds, everything we have got.
Yeah.
And we also have it done for you for job searches, for building up the job search list, building up the networking list, that dedicated teams are there. So
Mhm.
considering all this, what would you suggest to somebody who's looking out for a change? Should he
Mhm.
try on his own, or should one actually take the assistance if they want to rapidly move to Europe? What is your output on this?
No, so I believe somebody on his own would need
Mhm.
to invest at least 1 year to reach the level which he could through the
Mhm.
assistance. So that I would leave on someone's call if they would want to invest
Mhm.
1.5 years, or some money to get it fast tracked. So that is what
Mhm.
my take is. But I suggest, like, in my opinion, I think I would have never even thought of it, uh,
Mhm.
even got enough confident of it that I would get an opportunity card or I would get a job there if I
Wow.
had not enrolled in the course. So this is what I feel.
No, but you did a lot of work also. I saw that you were, every session we were doing, you were there. So, before we were having once in a week sessions.
Hmm.
Then we started having almost every day, because we are seeing the enthusiasm of people coming in. So I think that matters. And that entire environment also pushes people. When you see others succeeding,
Yes,
somebody
yes,
not succeeding,
exactly.
some people's failures become your success. Some people's success become we fail and we fail better and then we succeed. That's the
Hmm.
mantra we carry. And because obviously there's no shortcut, if somebody is asking for money, that, please come, I will 100% guarantee your job or 100% guarantee your visa. You are at that phase now to understand these are all scams. Nobody
Yeah,
can block or reserve a position for you until unless you are a blue collar job seeker. All
yeah.
right. So the only way to go organically is to go strategically. If you don't have a plan in place,
Hmm.
I think you keep stumbling. You
Yeah.
may go to east, then come back to west, then go to south, then hit north. You'll be like without the compass in hand.
I think that has to be very clear with somebody. Like, let's say if I say that I want to get a job in Germany, and
Hmm.
if I give my 100% to get up to a level of even B1 or A2,
Hmm.
I'm sure that within a 2 3 months period
Absolutely.
you'll get a job. So
Absolutely.
yeah, and even for my roles, only 30% of the jobs require fluent German. Otherwise, most of them are okay
Super.
with it. Yeah,
Absolutely. I mean, this is what it is, and I'm really glad that you are still associated. Even after the course completed, we still encompass, we still embrace everybody because we are a huge community, and that's
yeah,
also. Let's put a plan in phase right now from the January. Let's complete the linguistic certification.
yeah,
Let's put a plan in phase for moving there, your
yeah,
apartments, and already you've already sorted it out. So I
yeah,
think. Realistic phase that which we had put, we will implement it and we'll take it forward from here. Sounds
yeah,
good?
yeah. Perfect.
Super, man. Super, Santosh. So I think thanks for the feedback and anything you would like to recommend as an improvement area to us? Anything which is really shabby, which is really not good, not working out, anything you think that we could be working better on?
I think for people who have joined together, or maybe somebody who has already completed the course, uh,
Hmm.
there could be, 15-day catch up or something like that, where people
Yeah.
would just talk about what they have been doing and how it worked well.
Yeah.
Let's say in my case, I seek mentorship, which was
Hmm.
not suggested in the course, and there are people who
Hmm.
are ready to, extend a hand. So
Hmm.
something like that, because this is how the industry works. If I am really uh,
Hmm.
like even before getting a job, I'm working under somebody seeking a mentorship. They see the enthusiasm, and
Yeah.
probably they'll just hire you directly someday without even an interview. So these things
Yes.
really work sometimes. Uh, or they could be like, while you are targeting for Germany people. So one thing that I have done, because I already have an address where my friend is living, I have updated my
Wow.
that address in my CV. I have
Hmm.
also put on my LinkedIn that I am in Berlin already. So probably people are seeing that and reaching out
Hmm.
to me that with this guy
Absolutely.
in Germany.
But sometimes this could backfire also. Just be a little bit careful. If they call you tomorrow and you say no, and if they call you next week, you say no. So just be very preventive on these measures. This is good strategy.
Yeah.
But now
No,
that you have the opportunity card, you
I have
can do.
already thought of it.
Yeah.
So even the screening round which would happen digitally, I will tell them that I am in India for a time for my cousin's
Yes,
wedding.
exactly. Because it's a festive season, you can tell them
Yeah, and
absolutely.
I'll be back. And if they really want it offline, then I would probably, take a
Makes
date
sense.
after December or probably move. But given the circumstances, I think they have themselves reached out because the profile was very well suited. I think they
Hmm.
would want to conduct more rounds
Super,
without
man.
constraint.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad everything is working out so positively with so much hard work. Because you fail and then you succeed, you understand the taste of the failure
Yeah.
and the importance of the thing. That's very
One
important.
thing, one thing I looked at, I would suggest because you are already, working with this Hire Snap or some
Hmm.
tools. Uh, there is a US based tool which is built by like One Consulting, and they
Hmm.
have built a tool which works like for each job description, it automatically sorts your CV. So, something like
You
that
can
could.
share it with me. I will give you the feedback. We have already integrated, we have enhanced a lot of things.
Mhm.
And also, when you're talking with the community, right? We have built up the ex-mentees community
Yeah,
where you are already part, and we are sending them the invitation. Please come, please come. So they just need to fill the form
yeah.
and
I
attend
see
the
that. I
session.
see that. Yeah.
And we are
So
inviting them, negative, positive, whatever you are, come on the table and say it out, because we are open for enhancement and nothing better than an improvement area that we have. So
yeah.
that definitely will work on that.
Also, like I further went deep down into every bullet point that you would put on your CV. So let's say if
Hmm.
I have put on that I have built a business which got up to a 500 crore mark, then
Yeah.
the questions are going to be also around 500
Around
mark.
that.
You need
Yes.
to have the entire funnel ready, that these
Many.
many this so top of the funnel was this much, these many peoples were get generating the lead, this much was the
Correct.
loan size,
So
so all that data has to be there with you.
I will tell you a hint how to do that. See, when you do appraisals, your
Hmm.
manager must be doing what does he quantify you based on? Quality,
Yeah,
timeliness, TAT, okay, client satisfaction, and maybe the revenue saving. These four parameters, or maybe
yeah,
few more, collaboration and all that, but majorly these four parameters. So
yeah,
try to give when you're talking about the sentences, no, on top of the funnel. try to build it around them only. I did so much saving because I did this action, this CAR statement, so on and so forth. So
Hmm.
once you have these things, any manager who will go through, maybe he will click, somebody will click with the revenue enhancement, somebody will click with the TAT enhancement, somebody will click with the
Yeah.
client satisfaction. So you
Yeah.
don't know what they're looking for. So you're giving them exactly everything. And whoever clicks with that, you have
Hmm.
5 to 6, 7 CAR statements ready to buckle up back to back during the interview. So
Yeah.
when, okay, let me tell you more about this. Let me tell you more about this. The storytelling, when it will funnel up, I think within 15 minutes, you can easily crack the interview by
Yeah.
leading it this way. The strategy. So
True.
come
True.
on the Thursday sessions when we are having on the interview preparation. I think now you require that predominantly. Okay. Let's work
Sure.
on that and then we shall move it forward from there.
Yeah. So for every, let's say I have written on my CV that I have built a 500 crore loan book size annually. So for that,
Mm-hmm.
they would, they can actually go down and ask you what was the size of top of funnel, what was the loan ticket size. If the numbers do not match, they will get to know that you are, just faking it. So,
Okay.
so I have for each
Yeah.
bullet point that I have written, I have made an entire Excel which talks about each number,
Yes.
so that the
Yes.
math has to go
Yes.
back to the
Yes.
number that you were quoting. So that
And
is,
always do not try to show only percentage. It becomes too artificial. It becomes too AI
yeah,
and
yeah,
GPT driven. If you're
yes,
saying I got an improvement of 30% in the revenue from this, so quantify it. How much
yes,
was it before and how much was it after, thus causing an increment of 30%. And
yeah,
what action you took, what repercussion it caused, what consequences it caused. Done, take a pause. Let him digest that thing and then
hmm,
say, can I give you one more example of the similar thing what I did in Q2? How did I improve now the productivity? Because this was the stat, this was the revenue, now productivity. And then give him the similar quantified thing. Let him digest. Ask his permission. Seek his attention. If you are okay, can I give you some more example? Because I closely see related to your company and I see that I have studied your company profile and I saw that this particular domain could actually benefit you. Would it be okay if
yeah,
I can go ahead? And this time I would like to talk about client satisfaction, how I actually satisfied that. If he's okay, he will tell you, yeah, go ahead. And whichever point suits well, I think he will come to a point and he will say, yeah, yeah, done, done. I think looks absolutely fine. Now tell me, how can you help me? The moment he submits and he says, tell me, how do you help me? Boom, you can understand you have won 70% of the, you have conquered it. Now you have to behave like a consultant, not like a job seeker. There
yeah,
is a thin line between a job seeker and a consultant because you are going to a different country. They don't want a job hunter. Job hunters are in abundance. They
yeah,
want somebody who can solve the problem on the table which they are facing. So you
yeah,
need to put the solution to them. You have laid out what you have done, and now have a, do not give the solution right away to them because they are in the interview phase. What you
yeah,
need to do, Santosh, is that tell them, okay, can you give me 4 to 5 days of time? I would like to prepare a 5 slider with you
hmm,
based on the hypothecations of your particular case study, and I would like to present it to you. Will that be okay? Okay, if you can give me 4 to 5 days to present it. Nobody's
yeah,
gonna say no because any free advice coming to improvement, nobody's gonna say no. Maybe he could take it and show it to his management.
yeah,
But what are you doing subconsciously is that you're buying in time.
yeah,
In his subconscious mind, he's always has you in the back of the mind. Why? He will be continuing to interview people.
yeah,
But he who knows after 5 days, Santosh will come back with his presentation which he wants to see.
yeah,
It is subconsciously, consciously, you have established yourself that I am gonna come, I will be the decision maker. You can keep interviewing people, no problem. But you will not proceed until unless I show you my stuff.
yeah,
And mostly within 5, 6 days, they would settle down with 70% who they need to go, who they don't need to go. And then
yeah,
you go with this kind of presentation, which will be tailored to them, and use that company research, what we have done, that AI
hmm, hmm,
cracked,
hmm,
done, sorted. So this
yeah,
is the strategy you're gonna utilize in that, what I feel.
got it, got it.
All right, buddy. So good. I'm stepping into another meeting in another 2 minutes. So it's going to be hard stop, but I think it was a fantastic pleasure. So stay connected with the
Sure.
strategist. I will invite you. Come there, keep practicing, keep nurturing, and let's meet up in Germany then.
Thanks,
All
thanks,
right.
Alex. It was lovely catching up with you.
Lovely. Yeah, likewise. So take care. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye. Have a
Bye.
good. Bye, bye.
Yes.